What's up, YouTube, man? Welcome back to the channel. You guys know what we do here on this channel, man. We break down scary, creepy TikToks, man. Spooky TikToks that we can choose, make you question reality, raise vibrations, man. Anything and everything you can find right here on this channel. Like I said, guys, as you guys can see, I changed the layout. I've been listening to you guys' criticisms. You guys said you don't want me to take up half the screen, so I fixed it for you guys. So let's dive on in, man. Got a good one for you guys today, man. So get your popcorn ready.
Wait, you hit spin on. Wait, come here, Oh, whoa.
That a damn bat?
Let's go down. Let's go down this course. Straight steady. Oh, no, it's right up. Look. Ah!
Whoa, what the? Hmm. Try to grab onto him too? Tell me in the comment section down below, guys, what do you guys think? Was that just a high quality edit, or did that freaking bat turn into something else, man? Tell me in the comment section down below, man.
I'm right here. Come here. This is as close as I'm gonna get, baby. I think you're gonna bite my toes.
I'm
not gonna hurt you. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. I'm a little bit. You're just so strong. You're so strong.
What's the matter?
I don't want you to bite me.
No, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Hmm?
You're so sweet. Oh, baby.
What's the matter, Barbie?
I love you. I just said.
Oh,
I think we just need some time before we do that, okay? See,
what's the matter?
I still think you're gonna bite me.
Where did Pear pick that up from?
See? That's why. See? You scared me. You tried to hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
But you tried to. You tried to just now, Barley.
Tell me what you guys think, bro. That Pear, where the heck did he pick that up from? I'm not gonna hurt you. Like, I don't know, man. We know, like, researchers, I guess they can pick stuff up. I wonder what person told him that, man. It was definitely trying to hurt that person, man. Tell me what you guys think, man, in the comment section down below.
Check that out. What is going on here, guys? Now he's going to check this with the dollar bill. Pay very close attention. It's really creepy. I want to know your take. Is this the real deal? Do you have a microscope to check it out? Leave a comment. What is going on here?
It said that the shapeshifting.
So when he was freaking analyzing that dollar bill, there was an alien freaking UFO over top of it, looking at the hidden details, man. I'm gonna have to freaking try to get a microscope and look at a $1 bill myself, man. Gotta check that out. Tell me in the comment section down below, guys, if you guys seen anything weird on like a dollar bill or something, man. You guys know the theories and stuff about that, man. So tell me in the comment section down below.
Lizard people have been on Earth since ancient times, coming from the Alpha Draconis star system. They have been working behind the scenes and in the shadows, slowly clawing their way up to the top, with one goal: total world domination. And conspiracists say they have done it, successfully infiltrating world governments, controlling everything from the media to finance. Much evidence has been brought forward, showing these lizard people as celebrities or leaders of countries,
Some.
weird eye movements, as well as unexplained mannerisms. The most terrifying thing is that we can't tell who's real and who isn't. If the most prominent people in the world are not who they are, who knows what they can actually do?
Never stop to wonder if our phones are actually spying
creepy.
on us. Well, wonder no more. A couple of months ago, Bree Thomason found out through an infrared camera accidentally that our iPhones are taking invisible pictures of us every 5 seconds. Check this out.
Friday Night Findings. We just discovered, which we already knew, that your phone, an iPhone specifically, takes infrared picture of you with your Face ID every 5-ish seconds. And we looked at it through an infrared camera, and it's pretty wild. Let's show you. Okay, have your home screen.
It's on the home screen.
Not touching anything.
A lens.
Okay, infrared lens on the camera. Boom, there was one. Two. That's so wild. Okay, cover the camera. Oh, there's another one. Okay, nothing. Oh, it's trying. It's taking pictures of your finger. Okay, move your finger. Ready? Boom.
This is something that we can't see with the naked eye. However, with an infrared camera, we can. A lot of people started testing it out.
It's picking me up right now.
It became a viral sensation, and there are countless videos of people trying this thing out with their infrared cameras. And well, news stations started trying to explain this. Apple released an official note, and apparently what they're saying is that this is an aspect of the iPhone. It has to do with Face ID and an emoji. However, internet users were baffled and confused, and so am I. Because if this does have to do with Face ID, why does it take these invisible pictures every 5 seconds and not all the time? How does this thing work? Doesn't make sense, does it?
Men in Black are real.
That is crazy. You learn something new every day. I had no idea the iPhone did that. Why did they need to take infrared pictures of us every 5 seconds of our faces? It really makes you think and put into perspective, man. Like, who's watching who, bro? What they doing with our info, man? That's scary, man. Tell me in the comment section down below, guys. What do you guys think about that?
For decades, people have reported encountering these strange men after they witness a UFO. In many cases, they show up at witnesses' houses in vintage black cars to ask bizarre and intimidating questions. There's also something strange about them, as they appear devoid facial features, or are often sickly pale, and act almost robotic with their movements. It's said that these are either government agents, or aliens trying to cover up UFO activity. That is why many believe.
There's a couple really strange looking men that were here. And they kind of freaked everybody out, and they were asking questions about you. And of course, now I'm getting a little bit nervous, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And he said, well, he goes, I don't know how to describe them except for extremely odd looking. They were the exact same height, they were wearing the exact same clothes, and they had the exact same faces, like they were twins. And he said they were wearing black suits, black trench coats. They were wearing like the old-fashioned Federo hats. They had extremely pale skin. And he said they came in and they asked for you. And I said, I'm sorry, he's actually not working today. And it seemed like they didn't believe me, so they started to walk around the hotel, and shortly after they went to the tour desk. But he goes, they freaked me out, and I really wanted to tell you that there were these weird guys in here looking for you. So, of course, now I'm a little bit skeptical and a little bit freaked out all at the same time. So the first thing I do is I run into my security office, and I rewound the cameras, and sure enough, here comes two gentlemen through the front door looking exactly how he described. Then, the next day, I was talking with my tour desk, and one of them asked to talk to me. She came in my office, the same as my bellman, and she said, I heard that you heard that there were some men looking for you. And she said, they asked a few questions about you, and they said strange things that I didn't understand, and they were talking about governments and conspiracies, and none of it made any sense to me. But she goes, they were very, very scary. She said they had no eyebrows, no eyelashes, nothing. Their hair looked like they had a wig on, like it was attached to their hat, like it wasn't even real. And she said, and the scariest thing, their eyes were so big and so blue that they almost hypnotized me a little bit. And she goes, and you're going to think I'm crazy when I tell you this, but I swear they knew what I was thinking. And she started to cry, and she said one more thing before she left. She said, these men, they didn't blink. see them blink.
Illusion before is phenomenal.
Tell me what you guys think, man, of that freaking case down below, bro. Were they like something else? Could they have been different creatures or something? Just talking about their eyes are round and blue. They knew what she was thinking, man. Possibilities are endless, man. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. That's very weird, bro.
Love this. 2 ounces is supposed to fill all of these one at a time. And then at the end, everything goes back into the 2 ounces and these are empty. But we've gone to the next level. If you know anybody that has kids, you gotta share this. This is just absolutely incredible. It's just too much. It's just too much milk. How am I gonna do this? My gosh.
How was that?
Oh my Lord. It's too much darn milk. It's too much darn milk. Get rid of this. And then at the end, in the comments, said, "Oh man, you have done it again. This is too much fun." Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.
Wait up. 1
How the hell did that even happen?
They scared. Oh my God. First of all, we all know how the dollar bill be having so many subliminal messages behind the shit, bro. Now, bro, fold your dollar bills up just like this right now, bro. And then look, I'm about to point it out to y'all. Do y'all see this shit, bro? Hold on. Bro, look what the dollar bill look like, bro.
Damn monster.
What do y'all see?
Demon?
Do y'all see that shit? Bro, this shit is crazy. Look, I had to zoom in real quick, bro. Do y'all see the details of the mitt? The mitt means face, by the way, because I'm from Philly.
Watch this.
That detail, man. If you fold up your dollar bill, you can see a damn demon or monster on it, bro. I tell you, man, this stuff, man, be right in front of our faces, man. We just really don't be picking up on it, man. Tell me what you guys think, man, in the comment section down below.
First off, type in flat earth backwards into Google and put .com at the end. See where it takes us. Oh, NASA.gov. Now that's just the tip of the iceberg. Let's dive deeper. So we all know this is how the Bible explains the earth. But according to NASA, it looks something like this. Now I'm about to use the Bible to show you how NASA trolled everyone. So this is from the book of Genesis. This is when Satan deceived Eve to eat the apple. And the Lord God said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me. The serpent is Satan. Now what does this word beguiled mean? And in the Hebrew translation of the Bible, beguiled translates to NASA. So NASA means to deceive. Now remember, it was the serpent who beguiled Eve. Take a look at NASA's logo. That red thing is a serpent tongue. Search up serpent on Google. A large snake, a sly or treacherous person, especially one who exploits a position of trust in order to betray it. There is no space. We need to hold NASA accountable. We're giving them $26 billion of our dollars every year for them to sit around and create CGI pictures. It's time something is done about it. And
That's freaking very scary, bro. NASA, that freaking secret meaning behind it, man. Like I said, man, so I gotta do my own research on that, but as well, man. Like I said, these videos we watch together, it's always up to you guys to do your own research. Don't believe what I say, don't believe what the video says. It's up to you, man, to expand your knowledge. Crazy, bro.
I prayed about it, and I thought, I'm not missing that dedication in Jerusalem. Without the airplane that we have, that I bought from Tyler Perry, and I didn't pay anywhere near. Tyler's one of the greatest guys. He made that airplane so cheap for me, I couldn't help but buy it.
Well, my question then, okay, all right, but I want to get to the demons, because people are very concerned about that comment.
Give me a chance here, Inside Edition. I love your eyes.
Do you ever use your private jets to go visit your vacation homes, for example?
Yes, I do.
Okay, again, getting back to the comment. You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
Oh, I do not. And don't you ever say I did. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Can you explain what you meant by that term
Quote
then?
that he said?
Just explain, because it's really simple. You said you didn't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. What did you mean?
Sigama.
What did he mean?
Lema on var brövägdish to sinman tetke. En und genyandos doxisik pukukla namen bremenesto. Stelo hamalana lelo lendinek enkren in stilets karatak.
A man on TikTok has been experiencing.
What type of language was that? He said demon, because that's definitely no language I've heard of before or know of, man. What do these pastors be saying when they talking that secret talk? Who knows? You guys know what to do.
Experiencing a strange transformation in his body, a shape-shifting transformation according to him, after having spent some time in the Navy. And this is his first video on TikTok. Check this out.
A real reptilian eye doesn't necessarily have a slit. It has a membrane that can slide back and forth, allowing people to see a little bit better in the dark. It also allows you to change the color of your eye just a little bit. If you notice the changes on my page, I've had these changes the last year and a half. Share it if you want, say it's cap if you want, I don't give a shit, but it's real.
After having his account and his videos deleted, he opened a second account and uploaded this video. Check this out. Now,
what you're about to hear is real. My name, it's not too important. The information I'm about to tell you is extremely important. I was an intelligence specialist with the United States Navy. Since then, if you watch my other videos, you realize that strange things have started to happen to my body. If you remember, my eye has started to get more of a slit in a reptilian, or I guess snake eye appearance. If you look at my other videos, or what I'm adding right here, you can actually see up close what my eye looks like. If you remember, my body, in certain areas, like for example, look at my elbows on both sides, I'm growing additional limbs. My hands, my thumbs, they're extending and growing too. At first, I just put out a cry for help on TikTok. I didn't know who's going to answer, who's going to respond. Other people out there that went through similar experiences.
That's crazy. Super Soldier Program? Stood up.
Traveled 37 years into the future. In the summer of 1955, passengers boarded a plane that took off from New York to Florida. The flight was only supposed to take 3 hours, but once it was over the Atlantic Ocean, the plane disappeared off the radar without a trace. Hours passed, and the rescue team was sent to find the plane, but their efforts were futile, and it was later assumed that Pan Am Flight 914 had crashed. The airlines declared the case closed until 37 years later in Venezuela, when an air traffic controller, Juan de la Corte, identified a mystery plane claiming to be Flight 914, requesting permission to land in Miami, Florida. The authorities were called and the plane landed safely. However, after realizing what year it was, the captain, still in shock, yelled over the radio to stay away, frantically started up the plane, and took off into the horizon and was never seen again. That is why many people are wondering.
At the end of this clip, it's revealed that the Black Cat is actually Michael Jackson.
What happened to that flight? He said stay away. Something happened. Something must have happened to that flight, bro. They changed the captain, man. Tell me what you guys think, man, of that flight case, bro.
In this next clip, you will see him change from green and back. Next, we'll notice his eyes look like reptilian eyes, not a zombie or a werewolf.
Could be edits.
And again, in this scene, he'll go from human back to green. guess zombies can be any color, but green is the most noticeable color. Reptilian eyes.
Could just be the music video edits.
Mike says he doesn't write his own songs. I understand that some people give credit to a higher being for their talents, but watch until the end.
I'm just a source, just a tunnel, a tube through which they come. I feel somewhere in space they've all been written before. I mean, Billie Jean and Beat It and all those songs have been up there somewhere. It just came through to me. That's how I really feel. So I even though I did it, I just can't always take credit. It's like any great artist, I feel, Leonardo da Vinci. I mean, he's doing it, but it's some other higher force that's making it happen.
Maybe that's who we see in the next clip doing the moonwalk. Yes, the film is grainy, but just pay attention to his entire body. He seems to get bigger and turn green. In particular, watch his neck and his eyes start to bulge. Check it out. After watching this video hundreds of times, it's still hard for me to admit that Mike could have been a shapeshifter. I'll admit, I am a little suspect. Look at his eyes, and that neck is a little bit long. You, be the judge.
They actually...
Tell me in the comment section down below, guys. Do you guys think Michael Jackson was a shapeshifter? Or like some of those, I think they could have just been like for the music video, the edits. But who knows, man? Like I say, you never know. Possibilities are endless, man. So tell me what you guys think, bro. I wanna hear you guys kissing opinion on Michael Jackson case, man.
Executed a plan that was already planned. Okay, here's the 1 to the 5. The towers are hit. The buildings are falling. The buildings are gone. And all there's left is smoke. This is not a joke. Okay? Now, I can hear some pastor right now. Oh, you're spreading fear. You know, truth is only fearful to those that don't want the truth because they would rather hide themselves from the truth. And you ready for this, folks? If I take the $20 bill right now and I fold it like such in front of you, and this is the mind blower, okay? You tell me what you see when I fold this $20 bill. I'm going to fill the whole. I'm going to cut off his head a little bit here. Do you see a guy wearing a mask? Is there a guy wearing a mask? Is that Andrew Jackson upside down, but they made his head bigger because they want him to wear a mask? And what year did they want him to wear a mask? Oh, look at that. 2020.
Did this man get stuck in the past?
That was creepy.
In 1995, Mike Markham set out to create a time machine. His idea was to use compact lasers to reduce the air pressure going in either pole direction. Mike was a recluse and worked tirelessly on his invention. On one occasion, he even caused a citywide blackout. However, it might have benefited him as he garnered some attention and received anonymous donations to help fund his invention. When asked about what he would bring if he could time travel, he simply replied, "My cell phone." However, in 1997, Mike and his work mysteriously disappeared without a trace. Soon afterwards, a news story was uncovered from the 1930s, claiming that an unrecognizable man was found crushed in a metal tube on a California beach, and the only thing found with the body was a cell phone from the 1990s.
He did it? Caught it in 4K.
There's this guy behind me. If you've ever had the feeling that someone's watching you, then this next video is likely to give you the chills. The footage was uploaded to TikTok by user Chexy Laughs and shows a man being inexplicably followed as he goes about his day.
He was definitely following him.
Thought he'd leave me alone. When the poster realizes he's being followed, he quickly hides around the corner to surprise the man.
Yo.
What do you want?
He wasn't expecting that.
Later that day, the poster sees the man once again, this time on a train.
What the?
Summoning his courage, he decides to confront him. However, the man claims he's not actually following him.
I'm not following you. Where are you going? Home. And where's your place?
In an effort to ditch the strange man, the poster runs from the train. But sure enough, when he looks back, he's still there.
I got out just before the doors closed. Normally, he couldn't have followed me.
What the?
Unfortunately, this is where the clip ends and we're left wondering what happened next. The abrupt ending has sparked intense curiosity, with many left yearning to know the subsequent events. Given the unsettling nature of the clip, numerous concerned viewers have urged the poster to involve law enforcement and officially report the incident, suggesting that there might be more to the situation than meets the eye. So what would you do if you found yourself in a similar situation? Would you call the police or try and outsmart them on your own? Let me know in the comments down below.
I got out just before the doors closed. Normally, he couldn't have followed me.
Space. There's a theory.
That's crazy, bro. Like I said, you always have to be aware of your surroundings, man. You never know anybody's intentions, man. He was obviously following. You saw how freaking scared he was when he confronted him about it. He was like, what the heck? He wasn't expecting that, man. Tell me what you guys think, man. The case down below. We need to find out what happened to him.
Theory that we haven't ever been to outer space because of a transparent barrier that surrounds our entire world, and that past this barrier isn't open space or vacuum, but water. Now, it all might sound crazy, but back in 1962, the US government launched a couple of nukes into the sky to allegedly test out the atmosphere's reaction to them. Or, that's what they want us to believe. But some say they were actually trying to see if they could crack that invisible barrier. Ironically enough, this program was called Operation Fishbowl. This theory is further speculated, as many have said that if you look at the stars with your own eyes, or zoom in on them with a camera, it seems to be twinkling or shining through a liquid-like substance. As rocket enthusiasts have observed, that rockets we have launched do seem to hit an invisible ceiling that causes a ripple-like effect that you would see in water, leading to a pretty strange thing.
SpongeBob night.
It's a strange theory.
Liam, come here. Liam, right now. What is... Okay, I'm calling your mom. Just stay right here.
It's said that in the last days before God destroys the earth, that this great river will dry up. Well, the river is almost dry. But that's not all. The Bible says that God chained up 4 fallen angels and imprisoned them underneath that river. And according to the Bible's timeline, when that river dries up, they will be released from under the river to slaughter 1/3 of mankind. So, it's only a matter of time before...
I never heard that theory before. I never knew about that. I need to do some more research on that, man. Say you learn new stuff every single day. It's freaking crazy, man. Tell me what you guys think, man, about that river drying up with the angels too, man. Crazy. What?
How the f am I supposed to get across this? Are you serious? Oh my God!
Kardashians cursed all the men in their lives. It was alleged that a woman who was an ancestor of the Kardashians sacrificed her soul to 4 witches in Armenia in order for all the women in her bloodline to always have fame, fortune, and beauty, while the men around them suffer. Just to take a look at a few of them. Scott Disick, who went from being a relatively successful businessman to developing severe alcoholism and depression in front of the whole world. Travis Scott, who went from having the #1 album in 2018, then becoming the most hated and disgraced artist of all time, and not releasing an album since. Caitlyn Jenner, who ruined her relationship with Kris and her children, and later got ostracized by her own community. Kanye West, from being at the top of his career to being locked in a mental hospital and running his 2020 presidential run. Pete Davidson, now undergoing trauma therapy after the negative media attention from being with Kim. With all that said, it isn't really a long shot to say that.
Alexa, how do we...
We have been having like some stuff about it, like the people who involved the Kardashians, how they get the men, they always have bad luck afterwards. So I wonder, man. Tell me in the comment section down below, guys. Do you guys believe that theory, man? I think there might be some truth to that, me personally. But it's always up to you guys, man. Like I said, so you guys know the drill, man.
We exit the simulation.
For humans, dreaming is a gateway to other dimensions. It allows the human soul to exit its pod and wander into the endless universe.
That is so creepy. That gave me chills, actually. Just
2017. Indeed, you can find this in 30 minutes and 22 seconds. Well, I'm going to play the original video, and you guys tell me what you think. Let's take a look at the original video. I'm going to zoom in and replay the video. Pay very close attention. What is going on here, guys? Look at that. Oh my gosh. I want to know your thoughts. Is this the real deal, or is it maybe fake? CGI? You tell me.
It's creepy.
This is an unidentified photo of a man back in the 1800s that looks almost identical to Matthew McConaughey. Or this photo of another unidentified man in the 1800s that looks just like Eddie Murphy. This could literally be his twin brother. And that's not all. It just continues to get weirder and weirder. Next is a picture of an Egyptian actress whose name is Zubaydah Tharwat that looks exactly like Jennifer Lawrence. Also, look at David Schwimmer and Johnny Depp. I know you could have a doppelganger, but isn't it just weird that all these famous Hollywood celebrities look exactly like these people? The theory is that they've been taking some kind of drug that keeps them alive for hundreds of years and also makes them look younger. I wouldn't be surprised if this theory actually came true, because these people look exactly alike.
They do. Some more. That is creepy. They're spot on too. This is not too well, bro.
Wondered where your heart.
Tell me in the comment section down below, guys. Do you guys believe that, man? That theory, that they're taking some drug and they're staying young? Because those freaking pictures side by side, they do look like similar. They really do.
Earned tax money goes, brace yourself, because the shocking truth will leave you speechless. It turns out that the only purpose of your tax dollars is to make the rich even richer. But wait, there's more. In the United States, there's no government-funded unemployment or retirement fund, and proper health care seems like a distant dream. So where does all that money collected by the government each year actually go? Prepare to be stunned. A significant portion is used in financing wars, not just in Ukraine, but also in Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and Yemen. But why? What's the United States' motive for engaging in these conflicts? It's all about gaining resources, asserting dominance, and avoiding potential conflicts. The United States spends a massive chunk of its tax revenue on military activities abroad. The U.S. Army has well over 6,500 tanks, each costing on average $5 million. That's a mind-blowing $32 billion spent solely on tanks. Now, can you even imagine the astronomical costs of military planes and boats?
That's crazy, man. All that money spent on tanks.
Us 90, and we just out here.
Yeah, we're chilling.
We're chilling. We're out here chilling. I hear it. I hear him. Where's she at? What the fuck is that noise, bro? What is that noise?
Is that like a siren song?
Where are you?
The voice seems to echo from the ocean, making it hard to pinpoint the location. But things get weirder and weirder as time goes on.
This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's crazy.
We hear a voice that vaguely sounds like it says jump for me more than once and can be heard again later on during the live stream.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
I heard it.
That's crazy.
A mermaid song?
This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it. Oh my god.
Don't jump.
Some viewers pointed out that as we hear it say jump for me, we can see a light in the water towards the left briefly before he pans the camera away.
The light right there.
And at first, they thought the singing and wailing sounds were just coming from dolphins or orcas. But as time went on, things got even more bizarre. And at one point, something seems to be knocking on the outside of his boat, right where his bunk bed is. And then he captures something in the water.
This is getting trippy.
So I went out on deck to see what it was.
Yo, what is that? What the fuck is that?
At one point, he tries to communicate with the mermaid or siren and gets an instant response, which further made him believe he's not dealing with any dolphins.
Can you hear me? Yo, that shit was instantaneous, bro. Oh, I gotta watch my step out here, man. God damn. Where are you? Oh, that's over here. Wait, no, now it's there.
All around.
Things get truly strange when one night he tries to go live, and then his live got stopped after receiving this message, supposedly for community guideline violations, and commenters were even saying that they were watching the live, and TikTok kept asking them to report Source 90 for no apparent reason. Shortly after this, the government turns up on his boat. Watch closely.
Let's check out these motherfuckers. You're gonna be out here doing testing. Testing what? What the fuck are you guys testing? That's what I want to know.
The hell?
We all know Source 90 has heard certain things out in the ocean, and then my TikTok gets banned, and then the government shows up my boat. It's too many fucking coincidences.
Too many, bro.
Ever since this, Source 90 hasn't uploaded any new videos regarding the mermaid or siren that he has heard in the ocean. So perhaps the government was really conducting some suspicious activity in the area and forced Source 90 to stop what he was doing, because he may have been getting close to revealing something we have yet to see. Many viewers think this was a siren attempting to lure the man to his death by trying to get him to jump into the ocean, as it is said that sirens could even charm the winds, whereas others think this was a mermaid trying to warn him of something unforeseen. What do you think? Siren or mermaid? Or something else entirely?
We are living.
Tell me in the comment section down below, guys. What do you guys think of that weird case, bro? Like, they had a freaking government laboratory or something show up. And he hasn't posted any new things since, so could be a cover-up, man. I think it was a siren, man. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you guys think it could have been?
In a simulation, the simulation theory was first proposed in 2003 by philosopher Nick Bostrom. Bostrom predicted that there is a good likelihood that humanity as a whole will advance to the point where we can mimic our ancestors in a simulation, just like we do now with computer games. Bostrom gives 3 alternative explanations and argues that at least one of them is almost certainly true. The first, we're living in a computer simulation. The second, advanced civilizations have no interest in simulating us. And finally, civilizations are destroyed before they reach capabilities of simulating consciousness. Bostrom proposed that we could be living in one of the thousands of simulated realities, at the mercy of whoever is out there running the simulations.
We living in a matrix.
August 19th, 1987, a broadcast from the KNBC studios in Burbank, California was taking place. Everything was going as planned. That was until a special guest entered the room.
Now, one of the nicest things about shopping by mail order. Pardon me? What is this?
A man named Gary Stolman entered the room brandishing a firearm, which has been blurred to accommodate TikTok's guidelines. He managed to gain access to the studio by claiming to be a guest of one of the station workers. He pointed the firearm at KNBC journalist David Horowitz and ordered him to read a written statement.
When I began receiving disturbing calls from my parents, which led me to believe that something terrible was going on.
This statement, prepared by Stolman himself, claimed that his father Max, who worked as the KNBC pharmacist reporter, was, quote, not his biological father, but a clone created by the CIA and alien forces. Despite Horowitz remaining calm, he later stated that he was frightened but remained calm so the situation did not get worse. After the statement was finished, Stolman placed the weapon on the desk and admitted it was an unloaded BB gun after being taken into custody.
Get rid of her?
He did all that. The BB gun saying that his dad was a clone by the CIA? Alien forces, man? Tell me what you guys think, man. That case down below. That's a BBC video.
It's up.
The feeling of familiarity, yet with a sense of mystery. The sensation that you've been in a certain place or situation before, even though you know you haven't. For many, déjà vu is a common occurrence, yet the scientific explanation behind it remains a mystery. Some scientists believe it to be a glitch in the brain's memory system, while others propose it as a sign of past lives or parallel universes. There is a theory that states our consciousness has lived thousands of lives before, and when you die, the bright light you see at the end of the tunnel is you coming back to the world as a newborn. However, recent studies have shown that déjà vu is related to the brain's ability to process and organize memories. It is thought that the feeling of déjà vu occurs when the brain recognizes a new situation but cannot find the correct memory to match it with. It is a temporary confusion between the short-term memory and the long-term memory, but it still can't be explained by science.
Hey, how's it going? I was speeding, wasn't I? Yeah, you completely blew that stop sign in front of me. I did. I'm so sorry. I literally didn't even see it. All right. No this worries. is my first time being pulled over. All right. Can I see your driver's license registration? Yeah. Not a big deal.
Here's my license, but this is my mom's car, so...
Where are you headed to where you're speeding and missing stop signs?
I was just headed to a friend's house. It's like literally right there. It's a birthday party. So I'm not lying, but...
Any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle?
No, of course not.
All right. Sit tight, sir. I'll be right back. Okay. Your registration is... What the...
Sarah?
This is
What
real.
the heck? Sarah?
Vanished?
3201.
That's some crazy right
To
there.
dispatch.
In a historic moment that's captured the world.
What the hell? She was there 1 second, vanished the next. That's the creepy stuff I be talking about, bro. And that's real, bro. So you had to record that to dispatch too, man. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below.
World's attention on July 26, 2023, 3 witnesses stood before Congress to share their experiences with unidentified flying objects. The witnesses, including a former Navy pilot, a retired Navy commander, and an ex-intelligence community official, testified about mysterious objects encountered in the air, the frequent sightings by pilots, and an alleged covert government program involving recovered alien spacecraft. Former Navy pilot and retired Navy commander David Fravor recounted his encounter with a tic-tac-shaped object that hovered just over the ocean, only to accelerate and vanish abruptly when he maneuvered his jet closer. Take a listen.
As we proceeded to the west, the air controller was counting down the range to an object that we were going to, and we were unaware of what we were going to see when we arrived. There, the controller told us that these objects had been observed for over 2 weeks, coming down from over 80,000 feet, rapidly descending to 20,000 feet, hanging out for hours, and then going straight back up. For those who don't realize, above 80,000 feet is space. All 4 of us, because we were in F-18Fs, so we had pilots and Wizzo in the back seat, looked down a small solid white tic-tac object with a longitudinal axis pointing north-south and moving very abruptly over the water like a ping-pong ball. We continue down another 270 degrees nose low where the Tic Tac, or we considered 270 degrees to where, and we went nose low to where the Tic Tac would have been. As we pulled nose onto the object, within about a half mile of it, it rapidly accelerated in front of us and disappeared. Our wingmen, roughly 8,000 feet above us, lost contact also.
However, the most riveting testimony came from former military intelligence officer David Grush. Recently gone public with his account, Grush claimed that the US government has spent decades in secret recovery operations of crashed, mysterious vehicles of non-human origin. According to him, the government has even attempted to reverse engineer some of these unearthly technologies. Listen here as Grush describes a covert team recovering non-human biologics after one particular incident.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Continuing on, he recounts his own personal encounters as disturbing.
I can't get into the specifics in an open environment, but at least the activity that I personally witnessed, not to be very careful here, because you don't, I tell you never to acknowledge tradecraft, right? So what I personally witnessed myself and my wife was very disturbing.
Despite the Pentagon's dismissal of such claims as unsubstantiated, Grush asserted that the US government became aware of non-human intelligence as far back as the 1930s. He admitted knowing individuals with direct knowledge of such non-human origin craft, but couldn't disclose their names publicly. Much of the information regarding the initiation and authorization of the supposed program is classified, he claimed. The congressional hearing held by the House Oversight Committee's National Security Subcommittee sparked further interest among lawmakers. Some expressed a desire for closed-door meetings with Grush and other officials in secured facilities to learn more. Grush agreed to provide a list of individuals for future hearings, hinting at a complex network of knowledge within the government. The testimonies, though groundbreaking, were met with mixed reactions. Skeptics pointed to the lack of concrete evidence, while others noted the limitations imposed by classified information. Disclosing such information could lead to severe penalties, including imprisonment, thereby constraining what the witnesses could actually divulge. Despite the uncertainties, this hearing marks a significant point in the pursuit of knowledge about the unknown. It was the second congressional hearing on UFOs held in as many years, after more than half a century without one. The witnesses' willingness to put their credibility on the line in such a public forum is a testament to their conviction.
The object, described as a dark gray or a black cube inside of a clear sphere, came within 50 feet of the lead aircraft and was estimated to be 5 to 15 feet in diameter.
The testimonies have ignited a renewed public interest and debate regarding extraterrestrial life. However, until the relevant documents are declassified, the public may remain in the dark, left to speculate on the potential existence of life beyond our planet. The developments in the coming years will determine whether these hearings will be remembered as the first steps towards a groundbreaking revelation, or simply another chapter in UFO conspiracy theories.
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people.
It's like he's limited. They're all limited to what they can say. You can see that they want to say more, but they can't because they know, I guess, the consequences of what's gonna happen. Tell me what you guys think, man. Do you guys believe in UFOs or not, man? Tell me in the comments.
is different from what we remember. The Mandela effect is a phenomenon where a large group of people remember an event or a fact differently than it actually happened or was reported. The term was coined by author Fiona Broome in 2010 when she realized that many people remembered Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, when in reality he was released in 1990 and died in 2013. The phenomenon has been observed in many other instances as well, such as people remembering the logo of the famous chocolates company Nestle being different than it is currently. Many people believe that the Mandela effect is evidence of a parallel universe or time travel, while others believe that it is a result of false memories or that people are mixing up similar events or facts. Some experts suggest that the phenomenon is a result of the way our brains process information and that our memories can be influenced by our expectations, emotions, and the context in which we learn new information.
The United States claims to have sent 24 astronauts.
I've heard about the Mandela effect before. I've seen a couple of them too, man. Tell me guys if you guys ever seen the Mandela effect before, bro. Comment section down below.
Astronauts to the moon, and that 12 men even walked on the moon. But this man approached majority of those astronauts, and he asked them to swear on the Bible that they actually walked on the moon. And their responses give away everything.
You walked on the moon. We're given the opportunity to swear to God that you walked on the moon. I'm going to give you the opportunity to get the hell knocked out of you so they get along. So why don't you just put the into the record in the argument and put your hand on the Bible, swear to God you walked on the moon. Mr. Samuel, knowing you, that's probably a fake Bible. Well, you're talking to the wrong guy. Why don't you talk to the administrator in NASA? We're passengers. We're guys going on a flight. I don't get people, but you're going to be on the deck unless you can do that. Fly, take your stuff and get you go being safe.
NASA has been
They don't want to do
exposed
it.
for lying to us. Recently, fans of NASA's page have noticed unusual things in NASA's old and recent videos. They have called out many American astronauts' experimentation videos in the ISS, assuring that they were fake. The ISS is an international space station that is located in space, meaning there is no gravity in the space station. Now, people are not denying the fact that the space station exists. We do know that it does exist. We can sometimes see it through telescopes, and there are engineers inside the station as we speak. However, NASA has been called out for fake experimentations that were not conducted in the ISS. And here is the proof. In this video, you can clearly see that their movement is very unusual. Zero G does not act in this kind of motion. One of the astronauts clearly hides an elastic harness that was visible on camera. And when it comes to long hair in women, they don't just stay up and not move. This astronaut's hair has clearly been hairsprayed. It's not moving at all. This is how hair really moves in outer space. In this clip, this astronaut's harness goes through a malfunction, and gravity somehow spawns in the station. In this clip, we can see NASA officials editing a video of an astronaut explaining water in zero gravity using a green ball. He was never in space. And in this clip, we can see bad editing skills, where the green screen transition went wrong. And in this one, well, it's very, very clear. We all can see two elastic harnesses holding this astronaut from the back to keep him off the ground. Like, has NASA ever been to space? Or was it another authority that built the ISS and NASA was just the puppet? You tell me.
What do you guys think?
No. Go towards the light more. Go like more like in the center of the kitchen. Yes. Alright. I'm in the center now. It's like now it's like neon white. I'm in a totally different room now. It's all white. All white? Is there anyone with you? No. Wait. This dude. Is this all playing Black Mirror? Get up! Are you okay? Are you okay? What? Are you okay? Yeah. Are you alive? Yeah. It was an all playing Black Man? Are you serious? Are you joking? No. Oh my God.
you're just whip.
That's crazy. That's it, man, for this YouTube video for you guys today, man. Like I said, tell me in the comment section down below, guys, what do you guys think, man, of all these scary and creepy TikToks and videos that we saw together, man. Like I said, it's always up to you guys to decide whether or not these videos we see, is it facts or is it fake. I'm out. Peace, YouTube.